say they don't believe in gender roles. Imagine if all of us rolled down, we got a family, we drop a daycare full of man, and are you leaving your youths there?
No.
Impossible.
Is man alright?
Before you watch this video, please, right now, just click the like button, share, subscribe. Just do all of those 3 back to back if you haven't, because we got like 50% of the people that watch your channel not just subscribe anyways.
Yeah, about
50
that.
or 52%.
Probably about 50, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So you lot, please just push us on the algorithm, because every day, even before I came back in to record this, I was walking the South Norwood saying, man, oh, watch your channel. I hear that every day, but it's like, you lot all watch your channel, but you don't like, share, subscribe. Please just do that for us. This episode's featuring rants from Rants and Bants channel, Gabriel Sion, Wes and myself. This episode, jeez, this is gonna be a good episode. But yeah, please enjoy this. Like, share, subscribe before we start.
I do at least 3 shows a day, probably.
No, so wait, you're fully full time with the streaming on
yeah,
YouTube.
I've been full time from before lockdown, bro.
That's serious.
Yeah, man.
How long did it take you to build up to 100k?
It's weird because I took 2 years. I went over to Twitch for 2 years because Twitch like gave me a deal to stream exclusively over there, and they were paying me just to primarily stream on their platform for like 2 years. So I left YouTube for 2 years and then came back. So when I came back, I was in about 70,000, and then I hit 100,000 within a year. So I done like 30,000 the year I went back, but I took 2 years out of YouTube.
I guess the money must have been worth it for you to.
Yeah.
You see the smile on the face,
Bro.
I said, yeah.
Bro, but I got no bro. I got a brand.
So
I'm the only brand I'm loyal to, blood. You know what I'm saying? My
So
own
literally your full-time
streaming, yeah.
streaming, full-time occupation is, so would you say you're a podcaster or a streamer?
I say I'm a
What's the difference
streamer.
between the two?
I say I'm a streamer. I don't do podcasts per se, even though the shows that I do are long conversational kind of stuff, so people do listen to it in their cars when they're driving and that. Like my shows are at least an hour long. Do you know what I mean? I don't do the short attention span stuff for TikTok and stuff like that. Everything's at least an hour. All my shows are at least an hour, so I done 4 shows today. A couple of them like an hour and a half, so I done about 6.5 hours.
So
today.
when you do 4 shows, do you edit them straight away or just?
Nah, because I do them live on YouTube. So I'm interacting with the chat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Throughout
saying?
the shows.
Throughout the shows, which is how I built my community. That's why my engagement's so high. Because the reason why Twitch came and got me in the first place is because they look at your recurring, how many people keep coming back to your channel. It's not about how many views you get, because some people jump on trends and they go boom, and then they just, you don't see them nowhere. So they look how many people keep coming back every day. And then they saw my numbers, and then they offered me a deal, and there was only 2 other streamers they offered a similar deal to. Do you know what I'm saying? Within the space that I was in.
Yeah.
And Fabrizio Romano was one of them, like, and he's like one of the biggest sports journalists, like in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was me, him, and one other person, and I was there for 2 years, and then probably like a year and a half into the deal, because I had a year, and then I put a clause in my contract. I said, yo, after 6 months, I'm renegotiating this, because I know I'm gonna smash this.
Yeah.
So then I renegotiated, got a 25% increase for the next year, and then after about 6 months, I was like, yo, like, even though I was enjoying the money, I was like, I can make more money if I go back to YouTube, yeah, and I do the same output, because I was working mad hours, and I was seeing the money, and I was like, hold on, I could work less and make more money on YouTube, because Twitch is a live streaming thing, so you don't get money on the playback. You get most of the money on the lives. They put the live ads in.
So with YouTube, you get money on the streaming side
And the playback.
Playback.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, but YouTube never used to put live ads in, but they put live ads in after I went back to YouTube to rival Twitch. So now you get the best of both. You get the live ads, and then you get the ads after. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, boom, I'm going back over there.
What was the turning point when you decided that you was going to take this serious? As in when you said, I'm no longer going to have any other income, it's going to be, I'm going to be was it a YouTuber first, then a streamer? Would you have said you was a YouTuber first?
It's weird because, you know, what happened was, I was making little short. I was vlogging like on Snapchat when Snapchat first came out. I can't remember what year that was. I think that's like 2017 or something. And I went on holiday with my boys, and I was just vlogging on Snapchat. Initially, my 2 boys downloaded Snapchat, and they said they went interrailing around Europe. So I downloaded it just to keep an eye on them. I wasn't following no one apart from them. And then they was traveling around Europe, and then we went on holiday that same summer. And then I already had it, and then I started vlogging every day, like on the holidays. And then they were like, "Yo, this is nuts." And then in the Rio we were staying in, like it just became a thing. At the end of the night, everyone was chilling, having drinks, and everyone was watching my stories. Like literally all the people that we met there. So, and they were just all watching my stories, and they were like, "Rah!" Like I didn't even know you was vlogging, because I just be vlogging anything. You know what I'm saying? I'd be going on the excursions, going back to the room, anything we were doing, I was just vlogging and just commentating on it. And then I think I was vlogging about one thing. I carried it on when I got back to London, and then I had one story that was going mad. My boys were like, "Yo, this is mad funny. You need to post this online." I was like, "What?" So man just kind of just dashed it like on Facebook, on my own Facebook. Yeah. And then it went viral, blood, and it wasn't a page, it was my personal Facebook, and I was like, right, I can't have my government all over this. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, right, like this is going bonkers. So I made a separate page, and then I was posting, and things were just going nuts, bro. And I remember I went to see my sister, because my sister lives in Berlin, and I was out the country, and them times there, like, man, I ain't got no flipping roaming on that. Yeah. But I see my phone going bonkers. And then people were telling me, yo, like, you're going viral on Instagram. These times when stuff like I'm Just Bait and all these things started to repost it. Yeah. And I got reposted by someone, and it was just doing mad numbers. And these times I didn't really have like a business plan. I was doing it for jokes. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? I was doing other things. And then I was like, right, like this is actually hitting. So I said, maybe I'll start posting a bit more often. And then then it got to the point where it just kept doing mad numbers, bro. Yeah. I think within the first 3 months, I think my Facebook went up to like 30 or 40,000 or something like that. Just went mental, bro.
What year was the turning point where you decided you're going full time? As in, you said, okay, I can forget everything else now, and this is what I'm doing.
And what was the numbers, like sub-wise, or?
I'll be real, it's a weird one here, because you see when I spoke about like the concurrent views. So people think that your subscribers pay you, but they don't. It's the views. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So my channel, even though it's on 100k, my channel, I'm like 115 or something. My channel performs at the same rate as the channel that's on 500. Do you know what I'm saying? Because people keep coming back. The numbers are always at a certain thing. There's certain men that have 500,000 subs and they put a video out and get like 5,000. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'll get 5,000 before I've even finished the live stream. Do you know what I mean? Before it goes to playback. So because I've built the community where everyone knows I'm live every day.
When you said 5,000, are you saying that on a live stream you can have 5,000 people watching that?
Yeah,
coming and going basically.
Yeah. On my weekend streams, like when I'm doing watch-alongs and that, bro, like I can have anywhere from, I don't have less than like 4.5 to 5k in there.
Do you know what's funny? When we talk about these numbers, people don't actually realize how many people that is.
Yeah.
Because you know, like if you think about something, in like a stadium or an arena setting, if you think about 5,000 people sitting down to watch what you're doing, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, my subscribers. The reason why I wanted to hit 112k was because that feels the biggest football stadium in the world. Like. Yeah. So when I got to 112, I was like, right, I could feel the biggest football stadium in the whole world with just my subs. Yeah. So that was the number in my head. But yeah, I can't lie, this internet thing, it desensitizes you, bro. Because you see those numbers and you're just like, oh, it's numbers, bro.
No, it's a lot of people.
But it's nuts, bro. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? So it was one of them ones where I got to the point where I always said to myself, as soon as I'm making more money than I'm making from work, then I'm gone. Yeah. You know the ones there. Yeah. And the mad thing was, it started getting to the point where I was having to leave work, move clients and stuff because I had shoots and all that. And I was like, right, like I'm literally always moving, and I think the turning point for me was I done something with E4 in it, because I was doing more radio and like mainstream stuff, but then I realized I can't really fully be myself, so I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I remember I got booked for an E4 gig, sent a whip for me, yeah, and then bro, like I done. To be generous, it was half a day. It wasn't even that. It was like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And bro, when I saw the money, bro, I was like, what? I done a shoot for 4 hours and got like 5 bags, and I was like, bro, what? For 4 hours? I was like, okay. Like, you know what I was? I need to stop. Yeah, I need to stop messing around now, innit? Because if I can get that in 4 hours, do you know what I'm saying? Instead of a month, I was like, oh, you get me? And that's when I was like, yeah, this is a bit. I need to kind of start. You know what I'm saying?
When people see what you're doing before it blew up, what was people's interpretation of you? So like, let's say you met a lady and she asked, what do you do, or what do you do in your spare time? You say, oh, I'm a streamer or a YouTuber. Or let's say your parents, or let's say your friends. Did they respect what you was doing, or did they see it as this brother's just talking on a camera?
Nah, you know, it depends, innit? Like, to be honest, if I meet like girls or whatever, I never used to tell them that I used to stream. I used to say, oh, I work in the media. I used to leave it bare, so they don't know. You know, the ones there, like I'm just doing anything. Just in the media, it's mad vague. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But with the streaming, I think I was out. I went to pick up my mum to do some shopping and that, and then people were running up to me like when I was with my mum, and that's when it hit home to her when she was like, right, do you know what I mean? Mum was like, bro, do you know? Yeah, bro, like, I was like, I gave birth to you, like, man, are just running up to me on the street, and that's when my mum was kind of like, okay, like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's when she was like, all right, this is for real, do you know what I mean? Because in their era, TV's the thing, you get me? But no one will watch TV, so you could be on TV and no one don't know you. Do you know what I'm saying? But where my mum's from, it's like, if you've been on TV, you made it. Like, I remember when I went on Sky Sports, my mum was like, oh yeah, he's on Sky Sports. But I was like, bro, it's in the afternoon. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? If I didn't let man know, it was deadline day, so people was watching it. But more times, man at work, it's on mute, no one's watching that. Like, if I can get proper numbers on my channel where man are actually going out of the way to check for me, rather than I'm on in the barbershop, like, on mute, do you know what I mean? Or in the pub on mute, no one's watching that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think that's when it became real to her, innit?
Why do you think people follow you? So what is it about you? What is it about Ransom Bants that people actually pay attention and they're giving you their attention and time? What is it about you that people...
I genuinely feel like authenticity, is what works, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even like, it's mad. Like, I stream a lot, but I don't watch a lot of people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I watch you lot because you man are real people. You get it? And it's one of them ones where when you lot speak about real things, bro, there's like, I can see like by the way you man speak, you're not speaking because you want people to like you, you're just being yourself. There's bare man on there that just want a viral clip or they just want attention and they do things that they wouldn't do in normal life, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, yeah, you lot are here for the wrong reasons. And them man don't have no longevity. And that's what it is. And I think it's just a different voice, bro. And that's why I think you man's voice is important as well. Like I always say, you guys are a little bit older than me, but not that much. Still, we all would have been in school together.
Of course,
Do you know what I'm saying? Within 5 years. So we'd have all been in school together. Do you know what I mean? So when I look at it, and I see a lot of these young G's, they're lost, bro. Because they got no one to look up to. And these men are getting raised by YouTube and some donut streamers that are like 20 talking like they've lived life and that.
Why do you think though that? Why do you think people have gravitated to the likes of, say, Myron, the likes of, say, Andrew Tate? Why do you think the younger lot have gravitated to that kind of audience or that kind of speech? And do you think it's detrimental?
I don't think it's detrimental at all. But you know what it is, Like, I always joke and I say, because society has gone so far left, it's like, I'm Donald Trump now. And I'm probably the most down the middle person. Like, sometimes I'm left on certain things, right on certain things. But I'll come across as extreme because society's gone so far that way. Do you know what I'm saying? And the problem is, when you go so far that way, there's a vacuum that needs to be filled, innit? And it gets filled by guys like that. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that they say, the meaning behind it, because I can dissect the full angle and I can interpret it, I understand what they're saying. But if you're a youth that ain't really lived and you don't understand nuance, anything if you go too far the other way,
Yeah.
is a madness. But they're no more extreme than the man them that go in the other way, cuz. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think I get the sentiment. You're right, where things have gone so far that something which is deemed as normal now is deemed as extreme.
Absolutely.
But I just wonder, there's a film that's out now on Netflix called Adolescence. Don't know if you've...
I haven't watched it, but it's on my watch list.
Okay, I said definitely watch it. I say
Actually,
it's actually really good. Really good.
How many episodes is that? I saw like the first one.
It's like 5 or 6.
It's quite a few.
madness.
Yeah, it's quite a few. And the rhetoric of it is basically where this young boy ends up doing a madness in school, and they're saying that he was influenced by the likes of the Andrew Tates and the Myrons of the world. And the question is has masculinity gone so far that these young boys are looking up to these guys and they're getting convinced that this is the way to behave? So they call them like incels.
Yeah.
I hate the term because
Yeah, it's horrible.
yeah, but yeah, that's just for the purpose of the conversation to call them incels. And I'm wondering. So you're a role model, whether you like it or not.
Absolutely.
I know you didn't ask to be one,
No,
but unfortunately,
I take pride in it,
with the
like-
platform you've got now,
Yeah.
do you have a duty of care to ensure that what you're putting out there is the right message?
Absolutely, but I speak to my audience, yeah, because I've built a community and a lot of them are young men. So that's why I talk about loads of things like health, like weight, because like even as a streamer, yeah, like I look at all the other streamers, they're all fat blood and they're half my age. You know who was there? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, brother, like I sit down most of the day now. That's why I got a treadmill in my yard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because I make sure that I get my steps in no matter what. I still go gym. I'm in the boxing gym multiple times a week. And it's like, you cannot be 18, 19 years old, yeah, and look like that, bro. Like I tell these man.
I agree.
Because you man are talking.
The money gets to them.
Yeah, but man are talking about women. It's like, bro, if you look like that, bro, no girl should ever look at you.
No,
You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'll be real. Like this is the thing. Like their priorities in the wrong place. Like their generation that never touched pavement. We was outside on the weekend. If I was in my house, my mom's asking me why am I here?
Yeah.
Because I'm in the park, bro, from 10 a.m. kicking ball till the lights go down. Then I'm coming home for dinner.
Yeah.
And these men are in the house on their headset playing PlayStation, and man are overweight and that. And I always tell them it's important. Make sure you eat properly. Make sure you do this, that, and the other, bro. Because a lot of them ain't got big brothers and they ain't got dads in the yard. Do you know what I'm saying? So if I grew up and I had YouTube, I would want elders like you, man, to sit down and tell man, yo, this is the angle. Them man don't know what the angle is.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time, them man, they're frustrated with society because it is a bit mad, and they don't know where to look. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's multi-layered. I think.
Definitely frustrated. I agree with that.
What area do you live in growing
I
up?
grew up in Halsden in Northwest.
Northwest.
So, yeah.
Okay. What part?
Yeah, in Halsden.
Housen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
I
So
used to go up there when I was young.
that's what I mean. Halsden, Church Road. That's where my family are from. Like, so that's where I grew up. Do you know what I mean? And I've got following all over the world now. So, but no matter where you are in the world, as a young man, we all live the same life, bro, to a certain degree. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we all want the same things. Do you know what I'm saying? We all want the same thing. Don't matter what country you're in, man want to be secure. Man want to have a nice girl, man want to have a nice car, and man just want to live life and just be calm. Like, that's what they want. So, when they're seeing guys like Tate, yeah, who, to be honest, like, it's a caricature, like, do you know what I'm saying? He's obviously, there's a lot of things I can tell that there's
He doesn't mean it.
there's humor behind it.
Yeah.
And I can understand the humor because I'm more mature and it's my kind of humor. I find it hilarious. Like, I like dry, sarcastic humor, but to younger kids that ain't really lived, if they look at him and think that he means it, yeah, at the same time, yeah.
Which I think they do.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, is that any different to Eminem saying he threw his gal in the back of the boot and drove off the cliff, blood? It's no different.
But I think
Bro.
it's music. I think we don't take music as we don't take his music as serious as.
Bro,
Andrew
he's funny,
Tate.
bro. He's got the same humor as me, bro.
Yeah, I think Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate is a bit.
All them and them will get cancelled now.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
couldn't-
Yeah, I think
couldn't-
Andrew Tate's a bit different, and I think the problem I have with those kind of guys is that it's too extra, and it's almost as if they reduce women to just like, I don't know,
It's not just women though,
like
but
pieces of meat.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, most and some men view women as that. I'm not going to sit and pretend that some men, a lot of the stuff Andrew Tate says, a lot of men generally do think that.
It's tongue in cheek though.
Yeah,
A lot of
but
it.
they just wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
Do you know? And I saw a clip one time he was talking about, imagine, let's say your girl was doing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know, I think he said something about he would collect the money
Yeah,
because it's
run
my
me the
body.
bread. If you're gonna
You run me
do
the
that,
bread.
you need to pay me.
And a lot of guys would have that kind of sentiment, not in that weird way which you put it.
Yeah.
But then the younger lot are hearing that, and
Yeah.
they don't get the nuance
don't get
in
the
it.
nuance, yeah.
You know, so they're having assemblies where they're talking about him.
Yeah.
Saying that, you know, that they're letting these young boys know that this is not how you're meant to behave as a man. And I say, what do you consider masculinity to be?
See, it depends, but at the same time,
To you, what's masculinity to you?
Yeah, I'll go into that. But first and foremost, yeah, similar to me, yeah, like when I make content on YouTube, you can tick not for kids or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? I tick not for kids, and 15-year-olds are still in my chat, blood. You know them, man. So
Yeah.
there's a duty of care to parents.
I
That
agree.
it's like if you're under a certain age, yeah, you should know what your youths are, what they're consuming. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I
in
agree
terms
with
of masculinity, like, it depends on what context, because there's certain masculine behaviors and just what being a man is, bro. And to be honest, unless you're a man, you don't know what being a man is. It's how you feel when man wake up in the morning. Do you know what I'm saying? It's that it's the testosterone and the short fuse that man might have that you can't. Do you know what I'm saying? It's understanding certain encounters. Like for instance, yeah, like a lot of women, they don't understand real danger. Because it's inbuilt in us.
it's true.
Because it's, because it's inbuilt in us.
Yeah.
Every man, when we walk into a room, we're sizing up everyone.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we need to
that's
know
true.
if it goes left, yeah, who am I gonna box first and where's the door?
Yeah.
You know them ones.
Yeah.
Girls don't know about all them things, bro. Like all these things are ingrained in us. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like even when I see certain things and women say, oh yeah, we have to be able to protect ourselves, I'm like, bruv, realistically, if man them go crazy, you can't do anything about it, innit?
Yeah.
This is the honest truth. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and if and when I have daughters, I tell them the same thing. I'll be like, realistically, yeah, keep yourself safe, yeah, and I'll keep you safe. Because the reality is, if it goes left, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you look in the animal kingdom, there's not too many times you see the woman's bigger than the man, you know.
Yeah.
It's like that way for a reason. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not an accident. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, whether it's gender roles that they're trying to get rid of in society, which I don't agree with, do you know what I'm saying? Which makes me a Nazi in today's day. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's one of them things where it's like, I understand that we're predisposed biologically
Yeah.
to do certain things, yeah, and women are. Do you know what I mean? And they'll say they don't believe in gender roles. Imagine if all of us rolled down, we got a family, we drop a daycare full of man, and are you leaving your youths there?
No.
Impossible.
Is man alright?
You're moving mad.
Impossible.
Is man alright?
Impossible.
You're moving mad.
And I think women saw that too, they wouldn't drop their kids there either.
You're moving mad.
Yeah.
No, but bro, but we should be able to do what they can do. So what's the problem?
No, that's a good question.
We can even swing that all the way to the current beef online with the gym issue.
What's that?
Oh, the
Natalie.
black girl.
Yeah, with
Like,
Natalie
she
and the
killed
gym
me,
issue.
you know.
Huh?
As in,
As in, like right now, it's every
the women's only gym.
the women's
Yeah.
only gym.
Okay.
So
Like,
at
you
first,
on the floor.
some people said it was it's bad press. What's happening at the moment? Well, I don't think it's bad press for her.
It's great press.
I think she's gonna win.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna win even
But
more.
can we all see the reason why people are a bit upset though?
What's
Yeah,
happened? 'Cause I don't,
Okay,
I don't,
okay.
I don't know.
So what basically?
Remember, compared to us here, Natalie's young. She must be what, like
26, I think.
There you
20s
go.
or something, yeah.
So
Yeah.
2020, when wokeism
Yes.
became a thing, I feel like a lot of people was pandering.
Yes. That's
So-
exactly what she was doing.
A lot of girls got dragged in, especially younger generation, into, it's this, it's that, it's this, until they start seeing things like where you're getting not UFC, you're getting other like fighting thingies where you might have like a transvestite man versus a woman, then a woman gets battered. Then people start seeing like, rah,
Yeah.
it's actually guys fighting women.
Yeah.
The reality starts to kick
Nah,
in.
you can't say that, bro.
No,
You
man,
can't say
You
that,
can't
bro.
say that, bro.
You can't say it's the internet,
Nah,
bro.
you can say
You
that,
can't
bro.
say-
Listen, I'll be real, yeah. If they
Fuck,
want,
you can
if
say
they,
it,
if
bro.
they want to
It's-
come for me, yeah.
It's the realness.
If they want to come for me, I'll be like, bro, listen, don't argue with me, argue with science. You know them ones there. There's a reason why, yeah. Like the doctors can tell what gender your child is, yeah, just from their brain, the blood. You know them ones, and just from their chromosomes, because those do exist. So I don't care what anyone else says. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you understand biology, yeah, and you understand that the egg is an X, yeah, and men carry X and a Y, you know them ones there. So we carry both genders. So
Have you seen that Disney program? What was it called? Was it called XY or the one that all the men died apart from one man, I think? Then the first episode when all the men died, bro, it was chaos straight away.
Yeah.
The world turned into chaos. Like,
Because women couldn't manage, basically.
bro, planes were crashing into buildings straight away. When I saw the first episode, yeah, I was busting up. I said, wow.
Yeah.
I said, you know what, yeah? Like when people have these arguments online, I'm like, for real, like if we get taken out in one swipe,
Yeah.
it will be rough.